Welcome back to the Unpro Show. I am Rob, and I'm here with Sean today. Sean, welcome to the Unpro Show.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
Thank you for coming on. So today we have some Fast Money Family Feud for you. We're going to read some reviews of some restaurants, and we are going to grade some ads. We're going to see how that goes. It should be fun. But before we get to that, are you Unpro? Are you somebody with creative energy, but you don't have a place to properly channel it? Do you have creative content ideas, but you don't have the skills necessary to create them? Are you trying to stand out in an industry that is overcrowded or nearly impossible to stand out in? Do you want to be on this show or a show just like it? Tell us about it. Link in bio. Are you Unpro? No credentials needed. All right, so the first thing we're doing here is we're going to be playing some Fast Money Family Feud. So Sean, how familiar are you with Family Feud? Do you know what's going on?
I've seen the show. I've seen clips.
I think that's
A die-hard Steve Harvey fan. I grew my mustache to be like him. So
it's actually a comparable mustache at this point. Like I think you've been growing it for a similar amount of time, I would say. Like what? Like what's the timeline on the mustache at this point?
college or since I got out of college. So what am I, 25? 3 years, 3.5 years.
3 year mustache is that's a committed mustache. I mean that is hefty.
I would look weird without it now. Honestly, I think I would look a little funky without it. So it's
I
staying.
think I actually agree with you. Like if I saw without a mustache, it might make me feel weird. How this is going to work, this Fast Money Family Feud, is I'm going to ask you 10 questions. I'm going to do 5 at a time, so groups of 5. And the first thing that you say counts. So you can't like think about it like a lot. First thing that you say, 100% counts. It's not going to be
Okay.
timed like Fast Money. Just kind of go quick. And you're going to need 251 points or more to win. If you get 250 points or less, you lose. So you got to average 25 points per question.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. How
So we're
many
doing
do people normally win or lose this game on
so
your
far.
chalk chart?
I've played once. So far they won. He had like 300 points.
Easy money. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Quote easy money. All right. Are you ready? Fast Money Family Feud.
Let's see how this goes.
Okay. Name something people hide under their bed.
Ooh, a gun.
Okay. Hold on. I was not expecting gun. All right. Number 2. Name something that makes people blink.
Um, the rain.
That was an incredible answer. The rain. All right. Name a place you see an antenna.
You see an antenna?
Mhm.
A radio. Damn,
Number
I'm bad at this
4.
game. All right.
I'm gonna say you're not really high on the list. All right. Name a drink that tastes best when it's very cold.
Ooh, a smoothie.
A smoothie was your answer. Beer was on the board. You said smoothie. All right.
Beer was on the. I didn't even think about beer. Oh my God.
Name something that siblings compete over.
Dick size. Is that not on the board?
That might be a Harris family tradition. I don't know if that's everybody.
All right. Okay, man.
All right, let's see how you did here. All right. So your goal is 25 points per is the average, is to average out to 25.
Okay.
Number 1, name something people hide under their bed. You said gun. That is 0 points. Nobody said that. Money and
Dang.
shoes were number 1 and 2. I think money
What was?
makes sense. Money was the number 1 answer.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
Shoes.
number 2.
Hiding shoes under your bed, though. Sorry. Keep going.
I think it's just thing that I think people are thinking like stuff they have under their bed. They also have a
Okay.
lockbox was up there. I feel like that's kind of makes sense.
Okay.
I maybe in the lockbox there's a gun, but we don't know.
Okay.
All right, name something that makes people blink. You said the rain. I'm gonna give you 5 points there. 5 points for the rain. They have like the weather kind of. Number 1
Okay.
was a bright light.
True. That would make you blink, huh?
All right, name a place you see an antenna. You said radio. Radio is on the board. That is 6 points.
Ooh.
Number 1 was roof. Number 2 was house. Number 3 was
Yeah.
car. That's
Okay.
where most of the points were for those 3. Number 4, you had name a drink that tastes best when it's very cold. You said smoothie. Smoothie is 0 points. There's nobody said
Damn.
smoothie. Number one was beer, number two was Coke, and number three was iced tea. Those are your top three answers on the board.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
said
that
name
would
something that siblings compete over. You said dick size.
I'd
Um,
take it. Nobody did. Nobody was into that.
Nobody said dick size. On there though was parents' affection. Are those two things related?
Yeah, my mom loved me way more, so I'm kind of packing in there. In there is I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So you had 11 points. You had 11 points in the first five. So
Okay,
you're averaging 2 points. You have to be averaging 25. So let's just
oh
say you're
wow.
gonna, you're gonna have to pick it up in the second half.
Yeah,
Um,
that's tough. That's tough. That's
I'm gonna
tough.
say
All
that's
right.
that's tough for sure. All right. Number 6. Name a word that has ski in it.
I'm just thinking of slang words. Batsky, Brewski. No, let's do. What about just skiing?
Skiing.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
like the
that's exactly what
goats.
you said. All right. number
There we
number
go.
2. Name something kids take to the park.
A ball.
That was your best answer so far. That was well done. All right. Number 8. Besides engines, name something under the hoods of cars.
What do they call that? The oil? Isn't there like a
Okay, oil. All right.
is that a thing you can
Number
test?
9. Name a word used to describe diamonds.
Shiny.
Okay. That's not a bad one. All right, number 10. Name someone who works in a hospital. So this is a lot of points on the board right now. Name someone who works in a hospital.
Like a first name? Like, do I know it like a
No,
doc, or
no,
can I just
no,
say
not
doctor?
a first name, not just yeah. I think a guy named Rex works in the hospital. That's not what the
Okay,
question is.
I'm just making sure I'm new to this game.
Who
Clearly, I'm new to
works in a
this game.
hospital?
A
That's
doctor would work in a
there you go,
hospital.
there you go. Attaboy. All right, so you are at 11 points right now. You're gonna have to score a lot of points here to make
Mm.
this comeback. Name a word that has ski in it. You said skiing. Great answer by you. 34 points. 34 points. That was
Nice.
number one answer. Number two was
Nice.
skid.
Was what?
Skid. It was a lot of like skid, skin, skip. It was like people that were much, I think, because it's a written test, it might have been easier than hearing it.
Okay.
Because you hear
Okay.
ski, you don't think about skid.
Thanks for giving me the benefit of the doubt, saying it's easier when
Yeah.
it's written down.
Yeah. I think it's kind of true. That was the way my
Yeah.
brain, that was the way my brain worked, at least. All right. Name something kids take to the park. You said ball. Number one
Said
answer,
ball.
ball. 52 points. Best answer you've had. That was big time
Big,
points there for ball.
big
Number
time love on the
8, you
ball.
said besides engines, name something under the hood of cars. You said oil. Oil was a 0.
Wow.
Number 1 was battery. That was a lot of points for
Battery.
battery.
There I forgot that, those need yep. Okay.
There's batteries in cars. All right. Number 9, you said give me a word used to describe diamonds. You said shiny. Number 1 answer, 19 points. Also up there was brilliant. And number 3, I thought you might have said this, is ice.
Okay. Ice isn't bad.
All right, number 10, name someone who works in hospital. You said doctor, 31 points. Number 1 answer was nurse at 64 points. I was surprised it was so far
Okay.
ahead, but it was really
Wow.
just
Yeah.
those two. All right, doing math mentally, I don't think you made it still.
That doesn't seem like I did.
I'm just gonna say you didn't make it. I'm gonna say
No,
that's a loss.
I'm gonna I'm gonna agree
That's a
with you on that
loss.
one.
I think you needed a little bit more. You were close. What are your thoughts on the loss? What could you have done better?
I this game just made me look very stupid, I feel like. Like this game made me look like an idiot. I could have, maybe done some mental exercises before we began.
Yeah, yeah.
Just,
Just like some word
sat down.
association stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, just, do a word search, play
something
the
like that.
Wordle
Yeah,
for the day.
that's
I could have
that's
really
exactly
stepped
what you
it
should
up.
have done. Yeah, yeah. If
Yeah.
if you had a couple of wordles under your belt, you probably would have done better.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's not even. We should redo this next week, and I can do the Wordle beforehand. We don't even have to record it, just from my sake. You
just,
can call me.
just so you can prove to yourself that you're not an idiot and you can win Fast Money Family Feud.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
so moving into our next segment here, is restaurant reviews. And we normally do stadium
Oh
reviews,
yeah.
but today I wanted to change it up a little bit and do restaurant reviews. And we're going to do two restaurants in Chicago that are very similar. And the reason I chose these two restaurants is because, Sean, you worked at one of these, which is Parsons in Lincoln
I
Park. So we're
did.
doing Parsons and JJ's Fish and Chicken, two fish and chicken restaurants in Chicago.
Yes.
So do you have a review of Parsons before we start?
Yeah. Um, it's as an employee or as
Just in
the
general,
food.
just what are your thoughts of Parsons, the chicken and fish restaurant?
It's a fun hang. Um, I mean, like the patio is nice.
It,
It's
it
nice to
actually is a
sit
nice
out.
patio. I've also been there. It was a good
Yeah,
time when I was there.
yeah, yeah. The drinks are pretty good. Like the slushies they do are pretty good. The food's pretty good too. It's a little expensive for what it is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, the
It
staff's
was a
cool
nice
too.
patio
So
because there's not a lot of great patios in Chicago. There's some decent rooftops, but there's not a lot of places with like good outside seating. I'd say Parsons was one of the better outside experiences I had in Chicago in my
yeah.
time there. So these people, we're going to read not just the 1-star reviews. We have some 5-star reviews, some 3-star reviews, some 1-star reviews. So we're going to go through it. The first one here is from Tonya Robinson. And this is 2 years ago. This is 5 stars.
Mm.
Fish was off the chain. This was my first experience, and it was great. Off the chain might be the best compliment you can get as a restaurant. Like I was thinking, like probably top five compliment. If I'm going to cook you something and you tell me it's off the chain, I'm like, I knocked that. I knocked that out of the park.
Yeah, I'd like to see her at like a Michelin star restaurant and be like, "Can I talk to the chef?" Like, "Sir, this chicken beef tartare was just off the chain." That would have
I mean, it's.
been
I mean, I'm thinking like it's as good as it gets. I mean, it makes me want to go and have the fish. It's off the chain,
I know. It
legitimately
makes me
off
want
the
to buy a
chain.
chain so that I can break it after I eat the fish when I'm there.
I'm gonna put the chain on the fish, leash it up, let it go off the chain.
Yeah. Nobody's ever with you. They just swing a chain around and they whip the fish at you. All right.
So it's a good experience at Parsons. Nice patio,
Yeah.
chained up fish. That's not chained
Shane.
anymore. Off the
No.
chain.
Do I have the next review?
You have the next one, yeah.
Okay. This is Jacqueline Reisner. So great food and incredible drinks. Must get the iconic Negroni slushie. The outdoor patio was perfect and breezy on a hot day. Service was wonderful. These are the kind of reviews we've come to expect from the patrons of Parsons. This is just we kind of live in that 5 star, great
Yeah.
vibe, breezy patio, uh,
Great food, incredible
lifestyle.
drinks. Service wonderful. Do you recommend the Negroni slushy? It sounded good when I read it. I'm like, that sounds like it's actually pretty good.
It's well, have you ever had a Negroni before?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
They're they're good, but they're really bitter. But
Okay.
they're also kind of sweet. I think they use some kind of vermouth in there. I don't remember
Hmm.
exactly, but I would try it. I would
Okay.
definitely try it because then they are pretty good there too, and
What
it is
what was
refreshing.
the best drink slushy you had?
The Pisco Control. It
Oh,
tasted like an Italian ice. Shit was
oh
delicious.
man. That sounds very good. So yeah, frozen drinks, 5 stars. So we're moving on now to the 3 stars, and this is PJ spelled PE space JAY PJ. Most of the items on the menu is good, but don't get the oysters. It was a ripoff, so small. The coleslaw lacked flavor too. There's a picture here of the oysters. I'll put them in the video. They're like smaller. They're not that big. He has his thumb in there. It's bigger than his thumb,
For
much bigger than his
size.
thumb. So
Yeah.
I think it's fine. And my main thought here was, have you ever had flavorful coleslaw? You're like, oh, this coleslaw is so rich in flavor. I've
Yeah.
never like experienced that before. I've had like fresh coleslaw. I think as
Yeah.
long as that's a thing, that's all I'm looking for. Like I don't want flavorful coleslaw. To me, that would ruin it.
Yeah, that's not really what coleslaw is. Coleslaw, I should
No,
have said that earlier when we were talking about things that are best enjoyed cold. Cold slaw would have been top of the, top of the fucking list.
it actually would have been the same amount of points as smoothie. So,
But
uh,
yeah, I mean the oysters. I wouldn't get the oysters for Parsons. I mean
I
that like
no, I don't know why you would
if
get
you're
the oysters not in like a beach town. Like I
yeah
get like getting like the fried fish in Chicago. Like that's to me that's fine. But
yeah
oysters is a weird thing to get at a place like this. It feels like it's
Yeah.
on him a little bit. And just one more thing here about PJ, PE space JAY. He has 316 reviews. This is all
Oh
this man
wow.
does. He doesn't do anything else. He just goes around Chicago trying stuff and then leaving
That
reviews on
does
Google.
crack me up when yeah, no, when I see people with that many reviews, it's like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Like, what?
This is like the fact that he gave it 3 stars too, which means that he like sat down, he thought about it. He's like, 1 star off for this, another star off for this. Oh, but I kind of like this. It's like, does
Yeah,
he have a blog or something? Is he getting paid for this in any way, or this is just something that PJ likes to do? I'm not sure which one it is.
I think PJ he's just in it for the game, the sport of it, just hanging out, writing reviews.
He's just there, just for the grind, just to feel something. They'll see my review and they'll know these oysters are too small. So you have our next review
Oh
here.
shit. Yeah, my bad. Okay. So this is Suzanne, whose profile picture is an octopus slash a
Yes,
kraken of some kind.
something with
Uh,
legs.
Something with legs. Hey now. Yeah, something with legs. Hey now. Something with legs. Hey now. Nastiest chicken I ever had. If you want to eat hot, throw up in buns, order their spicy chicken sandwich. Definition of just hot with no spices or flavoring. All around awful. This is from 2 years ago. I gotta say I disagree. Um,
Yeah.
the it actually is pretty flavorful. And hot throw up in buns. Like I don't know if you've ever eaten throw up before, but
I've
it's
swallowed my own throw up. I don't know if that's close. Uh, my thought
yeah,
was she just can't handle the spice. It's just too spicy for her. It's
that can be it.
overpowering her taste, but she can't taste something else. That means she shouldn't get the spicy chicken sandwich. It's
No,
Parsons' fault that Suzanne ordered the spicy chicken sandwich. Like it's on her. And I was also thinking, like, have you ever heard of people saying chicken tastes like something else other than chicken? Chicken tastes like chicken.
chicken
It's not
tastes
like it
like
changes
chicken.
place to place. It's either cooked. If it's cooked chicken, it tastes like chicken. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what Suzanne's problem is other than her taste buds are inexperienced.
Yeah, I don't. I mean that is also a class, especially in Lincoln Park, a classic thing where it's like,
Yeah.
how spicy is the chicken sandwich? It's like hot Cheetos. This is what I would say. It's equivalent to like eating hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos. And people are like, oh, I can handle that. And then they're like, this stew is too spicy for me. It's like, all right, well,
So maybe a little bit
go
spicier than
back to
hot
Dairy
Cheetos,
Street.
but I guess I didn't have it because I'm not a big spice guy. But I didn't jump off the deep end into the spicy chicken sandwich and then complain it was too spicy.
Yeah.
So we're
Okay.
moving on to JJ's now. So Parsons, take away as you will. I think it was overly solid. I think most of the 1 star reviews were self inflicted. I think as most 1 star reviews are. Uh,
Yeah.
so I guess we'll see if JJ's is the same. Are their 1 stars worth it? But we're gonna have to start out with the 5 star. Got to keep it fair. And this is from Torch the Poet, and this is 5 stars. Number 2 in the city for wings. No batter but fried hard with extra lemon pepper, and you won't be disappointed. Get your hot and mild sauces on the side so you can double dip your wings and enjoy a spicy but sweet taste. Drooly face, drooly face, drooly face. Recently learned that they were also great when it comes to barbecue and buffalo party wings. Don't forget to get the taffy grapes and strawberry emoji. And for dessert, exclamation point, bunch of emojis. All right. If you're an adult putting emojis into stuff, I just tap out immediately. I think whatever you said doesn't matter. Way too many for me. I was not a fan of that. Apparently, number 2 in the city for wings. That's just not a fact. There's no way. There's no way JJ's is
Yeah.
number 2.
I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know. Also, why did you rap that? You rapped.
because the guy's name is Torch the Poet. So I'm like, is Torch the Poet this guy's rap name? I think he wrote it like that on purpose because he's Torch the Poet. That's what he
Okay.
does. Uh,
Yeah.
my other thought was here. I think he's never had B Dubs before, or maybe B Dubs is 1. So it's B Dubs 1, JJ's 2, and he's never had other wings his entire life.
Are you putting? Are you saying B Dubs is like on par with other wings in Chicago?
No, I'm saying that like he's never had wings before, and he
Oh,
thinks that
oh,
Buffalo
yes, yes.
Wild Wings is really good wings. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I could see him thinking that
yeah,
fuck, what's that? What's the big chicken, fried chicken that's all around the city?
what are you talking about?
Um,
Canes?
No. It's like local to Chicago. There's one on like it's the main one's like somewhere on the south side. I'm not gonna think of the fucking name. Damn. I would say whatever one I'm thinking of. It's it. He might think that's number
Is
one.
that one? The one I like is
Yeah.
Bird's Nest.
Bird's
Uh,
Nest.
Bird's Nest, very very good wings. On the north side, it's like kind of like Lakeview, like kind of like West Lakeview. It was very good.
Okay.
To me, those are good wings. But apparently number two in the city for wings. Shout out Torch the Poet. But let's get into some other reviews. You have the next one here from Andrew Haslell.
This is a 1-star review. Um, don't go here. The guys that work there are idiots. I called in for 10 wings. These idiots didn't even place the order. Wait 15 mins for nothing. And this for some reason has 7 prayer emojis. Like I don't even know what that means, but it
That was
got
my
7
first
of them.
thought. That was my first thought. Why does this have seven first off emojis? Did something happen to Andrew? This was the last thing Andrew ever wrote. He was going to get wings.
He was like he's trying to get his Google review career off the ground, and he told his boys, he said, "Go prayer my shit up," and and they gave him a bunch of
And
prayer
he's just
emojis.
like sending the link in the group chat. Hey guys, go and like my Google review.
Yeah. Hey, this guy he could take an English class or something,
That was
writing
my thought.
course.
Is that I think Andrew's an idiot because he can't form sentences.
No,
Also, you could use more than the word idiots. It's idiots and then it's idiots. They're nothing else. They're just idiots.
you
So does
gotta,
that make
yeah,
Andrew an idiot? That's an interesting thought.
yeah. Also, I mean, you're saying idiots twice. Doesn't it kind of cancel each other out? Two negatives.
An
Isn't that
idiot's
how that
idiot
works?
is a smart guy.
We'll leave it at that, Jay.
All right. Moving on to Tasha P. Radcliffe, full name almost from
Yeah,
Tasha.
nice.
1 star from 4 years ago. A friend of mine found rat droppings in their food, and the store will not even give them their money back. They need to be closed down. That's like the worst thing that you could find, I think, in your food. That's
Yeah,
horrible. That's actually horrible.
that's disgusting. Is that all the
Yeah.
review says?
There's a response from J and J Fish and Chicken on the
Okay.
reviews. It's been a year since this review. This JJ has gone through different managers, and now under a new management, we strive for quality and respect above everything. We apologize for that messy situation, but now I could guarantee that our food is clean. The store just went under inspection and breezed through it and passed. So I guess it's better now. I guess you're better than rat droppings, which I guess is from 1 star to 2 stars. I still don't
Right.
trust anything that this guy said. And he
Yeah.
said, quote, we breezed through the inspection. I don't like that term of phrase.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a
Yeah.
good thing to breeze through the inspection.
I
I want
I,
to
I, would- I
pass.
don't. No, I wouldn't want to breeze through any kind of inspection. I'd want it to be thorough. I want to thoroughly inspect it.
Yes.
Also, I like the fact that he just didn't deny that there were rat droppings in that woman's food.
It's like that was the other manager. That wasn't me. That it's different now. Is it different now? The guy's name is Nash. I feel like it might be
Nah.
the same under Nash.
Oh shit! I was thinking of Harold's Chicken earlier. My bad.
Mhm. Okay.
Remember?
Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
Harold's. Yeah.
Last review. Thinking of Harold's Chicken. Keep
There
going.
you go. I'm glad it came to you. All right, and this is our last review here. This is wild. So this is from Yazira Hernandez. Probably said that wrong. All right, 1 star. I came here
Israel. Yeah.
last night, August 12th, 2022, and they are shut down. Have cardboard or some paper over the windows, not in service anymore. I don't even know what that means. I guess it was closed. Oh, response from
Yeah.
JJ's. Why would you give us a 1 star review for being closed? A car ran into the store and had to shut down for construction. So hold on,
I
hold
just
on.
imagine this guy like walking up to the store and the car's just still in the building, and he's like, "Bro, fuck this shit. Like, why are they? Come on, I'm hungry. I want to eat."
So there's a picture I found of a car in the JJ's. 100% happened. 100% fact that happened. So yeah, that seems fully warranted. I mean, you can see, I don't know if you like sort of zoom in, you can
Oh,
see the car
I
inside.
can see the wheel. Yeah, I
You
can
can
see a
see the
wheel in
wheel
there.
of the car. It's deep inside the restaurant. It's not like it's kind of in there. It is 100% immersed in the
It
restaurant.
that car was hungry. It wanted its food. It thought it was a drive-in service.
Uh, so I think that's fully warranted. I mean, 100% should not be a 1 star review. That's on the person that was upset that there's a car in the JJ's. I can see it. So I
Yeah,
feel like that's on them a little bit.
yeah, that's absolutely on them.
Uh,
That's an awesome response. It was a car drove into our restaurant. I don't know. Why did you give us 1 star review?
it feels 100% warranted. 100% warranted. All right, so there you go. That was restaurant reviews. Let us know who you think was better. Was it JJ's or was it Parsons? You've seen both sides, the 5 stars, the 1 stars. Do you want a car in the dining room with you? That might be a plus, might be a minus. That's for you to decide. All right, moving
A car
on
and some,
to our next one. Do you have anything else before I move on?
I don't say a car and some rat droppings. That is.
Yeah, yeah. Then no, those are both at one of them. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, so Sean, you do you make ads? What exactly do you do? I know you work in marketing. That's the extent of this. So that's why I chose this next thing. It
Yeah,
is
I'm
we're
a,
going
I'm
to
a
be
cop.
grading ads. Is the next thing that we do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a copywriter, so I write ads and
Okay.
I do help kind of like I mean, if I have ideas on what it might look like, I
Mhm.
can give them to the art director, work with the art director, and then come up with like okay, rebranding, advertising campaign, some
Okay.
advertising campaigns,
So
things like that.
you say you've seen your fair share of ads. You've made ads. You understand the ad space
To a certain extent,
to a
yes,
certain extent.
yes.
All right. Not an expert, but close.
Uh,
I was kidding. I was kidding. I was kidding. Yeah,
yeah, two
it's
years, 2 years in, yeah, I'm a bit of an expert.
there you go. All right. So basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rating ads. And what this means is we're going to use 3 different categories, rate them all 1 to 10 to give each ad a score. I'm going to give a score. You're going to give a score. We're going to add them up. And whichever ad at the end wins gets best ad of the week or whatever. They win this game. Um,
Okay,
so we're going to be grading them on creativity, memorability, and would you purchase whatever this product or service is. Then you're going to
okay,
rate each one 1 to 10, and then we'll see which one's the best. So this is the first one that I got here. This is what sparked this idea for me. As I was driving to work, I saw this billboard. I'm like, all right, this is the dumbest thing I think I've seen.
okay.
So here we go. First one is this dripping with deliciousness, Wanta Fanta. How do you say Fanta? Like
Fanta.
Fanta? So it's Wanta Fanta. It doesn't
Yes,
rhyme.
no, I see what they're trying to do. They kind of missed it a little bit. Want a Fanta?
Wanta Fanta? Wanna
Want a
Fanta.
Fanta?
It,
Yeah.
it's it,
Well, yeah, it
it
means
just messes
wants
with
to
my
have a
brain
Fanta.
because it
Yeah.
doesn't rhyme. It looks the same. It says Wanta and Fanta, but you have to pronounce one of them weird.
Yeah.
So this kind
Yeah,
of
this was a
bothered me.
billboard you saw?
Yeah,
Okay. Hmm.
I thought it was poor. I thought it was poor at best.
I mean, like it visually, it looks cool. Like it catches your eye for sure.
It's
But
orange.
dripping? What?
It's orange. It's very orange.
Yeah, very orange. The blue contrasts. I guess the little puddle underneath the Fanta. But
Yeah.
dripping with deliciousness is oddly sexual for a Fanta ad. I feel like they're trying to hit some weird sex appeal with this dripping with deliciousness. Want a Fanta? It's like I don't know.
Yeah. So here, I got I'll pull up our scores over here. This is
Okay,
great to see this. What do you
okay,
got for uh yeah, just I'm just gonna stop showing my screen. All right, we've
okay,
seen it. We understand it. All right. Just ignore it. What you saw. That was my notes. All right.
okay.
What do you got for creativity out of 10?
Uh, hmm, maybe like a 5
5?
because it
I
like
have
looked
a
kind of nice,
I
but
have a 3, not
a
2.
3.
That I thought it's I was not a fan.
Yeah.
Number 2, memorability.
I would remember it for the wrong reason, so I'm gonna give that like a 4.
I guess I'm gonna give it an 8 because I'm
Okay.
still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about that stupid ad. So I don't know if that's effective or not. Uh,
Yeah.
and number 3, would you purchase this product based off of this ad?
No.
No,
No.
no. One, just a one.
Yes.
Uh,
You know what? Actually, I would
honestly,
go out. I would buy
huh?
an Orange Crush to piss fan off. I've seen that shit. The Sun Kiss.
That's
Sorry,
pretty good.
keep going.
I would say I'm a 4 because I'm thinking about it. So actually, I rated that pretty high. I just rated that much higher than I thought I would. So I gave it a 14 total. You gave it a 10 total. All right. This next one might be my least favorite ad of all time.
Okay.
I thought this is the dumbest thing.
We were born into a system with numbers and papers.
And lines.
And waiting. You work hard, get good grades, go to college.
I want to go to college. I got good grades.
I overachieved.
That's right, she did.
Debt is good?
Debt is so good.
So much debt.
I can totally save up and buy a house and start a family.
I want a family.
Oh,
Starting a family means you need 2 or 3 jobs.
You can't afford to buy.
You can't afford to rent.
Used cars cost as much as the new ones.
oh.
Good debt is
I was
good.
ahead of my class.
Houses are too
Hard, get
expensive.
good grades, go
The
to college.
system, the
Rent
numbers.
is freaking insane.
Breaking news. Everything is terrible.
Does it have to be this way?
What if it was different?
It's always been that way.
We've got to build our way out of it. Yeah.
Put control back to the hands of the people.
A system with less paperwork.
No waiting.
Permissionless.
Just because you're born into a system?
Doesn't mean you have to live with it.
So there you go. That was the
fucking
Coinbase
ad for
freaky
Coinbase.
baby ad. What are your early thoughts on that? Because personally, I didn't like it. I feel like it's trying to scare me into buying crypto.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I don't. That shit kind of pissed me off.
Right? Like I feel like it's trying to be like, oh, like sympathize with the younger generation of people, but they're doing it like almost in a backhanded way. It feels like.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of it, and the baby is so creepy. I mean, the baby speaking is just so creepy to me.
The baby talking is weird, and that is like for a ad that appears to try to be about breaking out of like this like the system to then be like, yeah, but just go dude, buy our cryptocurrency. It's like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, I absolutely hated that one. Creativity. I mean, I'm gonna go. Just scaring people is a 1. I mean, it's well shot. I will give them that. It is a visually striking ad. You can keep track of everything, but it's not creative.
I'm gonna give it a 6 on creativity.
Really?
It was advertising wise. That was very. I know the baby talking is weird, and that I mean that was like creepy and stuff. But like the message they were trying to it was I guess a creative, interesting way to hit the message they were trying to hit. But the closure of it being cryptocurrency is like retarded.
Weird. Yeah, it's weird.
It's dumb.
For me, the memorability is kind of high again. I'm gonna go with a 7 for memorability because I'll like the baby's burned in my brain. Like I can recognize the baby from a mile away. Just that might be the way that I
baby
am.
from a mile away. You're just your eye am down baby. It's like that's not it.
That's that Coinbase baby that freaked me out.
Yeah, I did that. I'll give that a 7 too.
Okay, all right. And then I have for would I purchase? I mean, if I can give it a 0, I think I'm gonna give it a 0 because I would never buy crypto.
No, I wouldn't. Again,
That didn't make me want to do it. It like made me want to change the way things were, I guess a little bit, but with crypto. That's like the
Not
end
with
of
crypto.
just a miss.
Yeah, again, so with like the fan ad, I would go out of my way to buy a different cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the Binance chain, not the stupid Coinbase thing or whatever they got. Whatever. I was weirdly into crypto there for like a year. I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh no, okay.
I don't want to talk about it. It was weird.
I'll give it a 1 though. Just
All right.
1.
All right, I'm just moving on to the next one because this was a Super Bowl ad in 2013. I distinctly remember this ad because I think this memorability is a 10. But I think it's for some reason gone away from people's brains, which I don't know how that's possible because I distinctly remember this.
Okay.
So here it is.
There are 2 sides to GoDaddy. There's the sexy side represented by Bar Raffaelli, and the smart side that creates a killer website for your small business represented by Walter. Together, they're perfect. Get your domain and website at GoDaddy.com.
That is so good to me.
As soon as it popped on the screen, I was like, okay, I remember which one this is.
But to me, like, I remember that ad just running around. I'm like, this is the craziest thing that I've ever seen in my whole life. Because this was just like on normal TV. This was on the Super Bowl. Like everybody saw this.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first takeaway was that dude got so red. He was not red in the beginning,
Oh.
and by the end, his face was flush beet red. I mean, that would be the coolest thing that guy does in his entire life, and everybody saw it. Everybody saw it.
That's why they had to, for that closing shot, they couldn't show his whole body anymore. He was too tricked up. They had to just show the
It was just
top.
upper half.
Yeah. Yeah, they shot at the full body thing, and the director was like, "Absolutely not. We're not putting that."
We actually can't have this on here, sir.
Yeah, that the kissing, the way they zoomed in, and the sound of that was kind of gross.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be gross. Like they were
Yeah.
leaning into everything that it was.
Yeah,
And it was something that was so simple that it was just to me very well done. Like it was simple, but it was creative in my mind. So I think I'm gonna go with an 8. I don't know what would be higher than that, but just it's such a random thing to think of. It's such a weird random thing to think of.
yeah. I'm gonna give it a. I'll give it a 7.
Oh, okay, all right. Memorability, I'm gonna go 9 because I've been thinking about that since 2013.
Oh, actually, I will say this about the memorability is when I first saw that ad, I remember thinking GoDaddy was a porn website.
I was kind of in the same boat. I didn't know what it was either. And then the fact that
Yeah.
it's just like Wix, it's pretty much just Wix.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't do anything else. They just build
So-
websites.
I'm gonna put that wait, what was the last category again?
Memorability.
Memorability. I'm gonna put it as a 5, just because
Okay.
I guess now I would know what it meant, but when I was 14 when that came out, I thought it was a porn. I thought it was like they were advertising porn.
Would I buy this? 14-year-old me would buy whatever it was, but I didn't have any money at 14, so it didn't matter. I'm gonna say probably like a 3. No, I'm gonna go 2 because I wouldn't use GoDaddy to go to the website anymore than I would before. I would use Wix because that's better.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna say 2.
So still very highly rated by both of us. You gave it a 14, and I gave it a 19. Apparently, I love that one.
A 19.
All right. And then this is number 4 here. This is just a billboard. This is a classic billboard to me. I feel like people see these everywhere. And it's very self-explanatory.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's well done just because it's 3D. I think it's probably the best billboard that I've seen, at least. So I'm going to rate it decently high. I don't know what your thoughts are on the cows painting a billboard.
It's a good idea. I would
yeah.
I'll give that an 8. That's
8 on creativity.
It's
8.
longevity too.
I'll match you 8 for 8. Memorability, I mean, I don't know how memorable it is as opposed to just recognizable. I feel like it's way more recognizable than memorable. So I guess I'll just give it right up the middle of 5.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 6.
6. And then would you purchase this based off of this?
If I saw that ad, I wouldn't be like, I gotta go get Chick-fil-A right now. But I'll give it a 4.
Okay. Like to me, it depends like where I am. Like if I'm on a road trip and there's food coming up and I see that, I'm like, oh, there's a Chick-fil-A coming up. So then I'm much more likely to buy it. But like if I'm not on a road trip where I'm just looking for food, it's probably less. So I guess I'll match it probably with like a 4 or a 5. I'm gonna go 5.
Okay.
All right. You gave that an 18 and I gave that an 18. So that might be the winner. That might be the winner.
All right. Neck and neck.
All right. And this is another classic ad. This might have been a Super Bowl ad. I don't totally remember.
Have some fun with that truck. Okay, time's up. Here you go. That's a nice one. I made that.
The piece of junk. Yeah. I want the red truck.
Well, you can't have the red truck. See, that was a limited time offer only. It's right here in the fine print.
Even kids know it's wrong to hide behind fine print. Why don't banks? We're Ally, a new bank whose rates will always be among the top, with nothing buried in the fine print. It's just the right thing to do.
So there you go. That was the Ally ad with the truck. I was always a big fan of that ad. To me, that worked on me since a young age. I don't have Ally Bank, but it made sense. was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is how things should be. He took the truck from the kid.
Stole the truck from that poor chubby boy.
Also, him saying this is a piece of junk is just that's so well done because that's not scripted.
Yeah.
That's just that kid being that kid.
Yeah, genuine. Yeah, this is just yeah. Oh yeah, I give that a 7.
7 creativity. I think I'm gonna go with the 9. I was always very impressed with those. Um, Memorability. I don't know how high that really is for me. I guess I'm gonna go right in the middle with a 5. I'm kind of indifferent on it. Like I remember it, but it wouldn't like sway me in any way.
Yeah, I give that a 4.
4. And then would you use this bank?
I wouldn't necessarily use the bank, but what it would do would make me more aware of
Yeah.
fine print and what banks
Yeah, I
what banks
guess
do.
the thing
I
is
do a
though,
little more
it
research on
also
banks.
kind of changed things too, where a lot of banks aren't as weird about fine print anymore. A lot about like I think sort of because of these ads. So I feel like you kind of can get this anywhere now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with like a 3, I guess.
Well, yeah. But what was the category? Not bad.
Would you use it?
Oh, would I use it? I'll give it a 3 too. I'll give it a 3 too.
All right. So you gave it a 14. I gave it a. I can't do math in my head right now. What's 14 plus 3? I'm just kidding. Okay. 17. So out of all of our ads, the lowest rated one was the Coinbase baby with a combined score of 22, which isn't very good out of 60. At 22 out of 60.
Yeah.
And the number one ad in both of our opinions was the Chick-fil-A billboard. We gave that a 36 out of 60. So I guess shout out to the Chick-fil-A billboard. I guess it's just a classic.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Got Milk, just do it. It's not quite on that level, but it's like it would be like if those were like S tier, that would be like an A tier of like memorability and knowing what it is.
A similar thing in second place was the GoDaddy ad because that was the highest score that was given. I gave it a 19 out of 30. I barely really like that one. So I don't know. Yeah. But there you go. Do you have anything else with the ads?
Not really. I mean,
so there you go. That was the Unpro show. I'm not going to be doing one next week. I am out of town and don't have time or the equipment necessary to do it. And as always, best roast gets $5. Thanks for watching.